Tuesday, March the 29th. I'm looking forward to the big debate before the election. I heard that Kun Apisit Vejjajiva, the Prime Minister, has been trying to stir up interest in a debate, a live TV debate with whoever that Kun Thaksin Shinawatra would assign to do the job. You think it is possible that we might even see a debate between Apisit and Thaksin?
I love the idea, but I don't think it's possible at all.
Why not?
Every time we have a general election, people talk about having a debate between the two major political parties, the leader of the two major political parties, but we never had that kind of debate in Thailand, unfortunately.
Well, because the party that thinks it's in a advantageous position would not want to debate.
Right. The closest we had to the debate was when Kun Thaksin was still running Thai Rak Thai party. But at that time, Kun Apisit was not the leader of the party. So in Thai politics, there's always one people with a good speaker, but the other political party had a bad speaker in the party. So, but this time we have Kun Ming Kwan, who is very ambitious. And we have Kun Apisit, who is a very good speaker. So we are very close to having that kind of debate, but I don't think it's possible.
But I was looking at Kun Ming Kwan in his debate in Parliament, no confidence debate, and he declared himself very publicly in front of Kun Apisit even, that saying that I am going to be the candidate for the Prime Ministership for Pheu Thai Party, and I would like to compete with you.
That's a very promising sign from the Pheu Thai party.
Yes.
That Kun Ming Kwan said he's ready to be the main challenger of Kun Apisit. But the main question has to be who will be the leader of the Pheu Thai party, who will be the flag bearer of the Pheu Thai party coming into this election. If Kun Ming Kwan is confirmed, I think it's possible that
he will debate.
We will see this kind of debate.
You think Ming Kwan will debate Apisit?
Kun Ming Kwan is very ambitious, we know, but the only problem is that the Pheu Thai party does not have a commitment to appoint him as the party leader or the prime ministerial candidate.
You're not sure yet?
I'm not sure. Nobody sure. Even Kun Ming Kwan himself, I don't think he's really certain about that.
Well, that is very strange because he was assigned to lead the debate, no confidence debate, and technically, legally, Kun Ming Kwan's name was submitted as the
alternative prime minister.
Yes. That means Kun Thaksin had enough confidence in him to allow him to use that opportunity to declare himself candidate.
Everyone was quite certain until the moment Kun Thaksin make that tweet about not having made a decision yet on the next party leader.
So we will have
it's like Kun Thaksin tried to make it a certainty that Kun Ming Kwan is going to represent the party, but then again he after somehow seeing Kun Ming Kwan performance in Parliament, he somehow is not certain.
So we have to wait to see whether it's Kun Ming Kwan or Thaksin's sister, Kun Yingluck, or another person.
That's an issue that everyone is being discussing at the moment. What kind of message Kun Thaksin want to send to the Thai public this time?
So what do you think will be the main issues of this election then?
It could be an easy election for both parties, for both the Democrat and Pheu Thai parties.
Easy?
Easy.
I thought it's going to be a very tough fight.
It's really a tough fight, but it's not an issue. There's no issue to talk about except the political division in Thailand. One side we talk about injustice.
Yes.
The other side we talk about whatever problem that the Kun Thaksin government used to have in the past. So it's all issues coming into election campaign. What is difficult would be the aftermath of the election, which is if the Democrat Party remain in power, it would be same old, more or less the same.
Yes.
But if the Pheu Thai Party becomes a government, then we have a lot of issues that we have to think about. For example, the telecom issue, the Thai-Cambodian issue, and certain economic policies.
But I thought that the election campaigns on both sides will concentrate on whether populist policy by Kun Thaksin is better than Prachavivat of the Democrats, or whether the Democrats had in fact copied or stolen the ideas from the populist policy, and they're trying to tell the voters that our populist platform is better than theirs, or something like that, no?
Well, that could be the issue, the non-issue that we talk about. the essence of the issue is not there.
No?
No, there could be, we have a better populist policy, and that's all. But the essence of the debate would be almost nothing. We've seen some real issue. For example, the oil subsidy, the petrol subsidy,
right.
which the Pheu Thai Party attacked the Democrat government during the censure debate.
Right.
And we've seen some disagreement with telecom policy of the Democrat government concerning the true 3G deal with the CAT. This kind of minor things that they might crash, and they could create some problem if the Pheu Thai Party becomes the government. But the core of the economic policy, we've seen that they want to spend.
Both sides.
It's a matter of who want to spend more.
Both sides are big spenders.
Yes, of course.
So it's not really whether you like or not like a populist policy. It's a matter of who is more populist.
We will end up seeing more populist policy.
You think the red and yellow confrontation will be an issue?
It will be the main issue during the election campaign.
Yep.
The red. If you talk about the yellow shirt somehow being calling for a no vote,
yes,
in that could create some election controversy, but we don't think the yellow shirt will have that much influence.
Which is only a recent phenomenon, because in the beginning we thought that in this election it would be yellow against red, Prachā Thipat, Democrat against Pheu Thai. Doesn't seem like the yellow shirt will be an issue in that sense anymore.
They will try very hard to campaign for the no vote. But the last time the no vote has a lot of support because the Democrat Party itself boycotted the election.
Yes.
So they got a lot of pro-Democrat people casting a no vote at that time. So several million votes, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
But this time, the Democrat Party is joining the election. Every major party is not boycotting the election. So there could be some fewer no vote this time, a lot fewer.
Well, the yellow shirts may be aiming at the possibility that if enough people vote no votes, it means that it's, for them, new politics parties votes. Is that the way that the yellow shirts will be campaigning?
Yeah, that's quite a paradox to me, because if people vote no vote and they believe that a lot of people will vote no this time, they should have make the no vote, turn that no vote into support for the new political party.
Yes. So it's going to be quite interesting in a way, because there will be issues that are not really up for debate, but somehow, somewhere, the people will need to know why they vote for Pheu Thai or the Democrats. But then there's also the third issue of either party is not going to win enough votes to form a one-party government. So there'll be the middle-sized, the small-sized parties as well. How do they feature in this campaign? That's the middle-sized, the small parties.
Maybe that is the reason why the Phum Chai Thai party of Kun Nevin Chichop and the party of Kun Banhan Sripacha met recently to form a so-called alliance.
You're right.
They meant to show the Thai public that we are the alternative. Not the alternative. We can be the kingmaker.
Right.
After the next election.
Right.
And then they can send a message to both the Pheu Thai party and the Democrat party also. We are here. We would have about 70, 80 MPs in parliament. So don't count us out.
So it's going to be interesting because the fact remains that if no party gains a simple majority, then it would be another coalition government. And the question is, who is going to lead the coalition government? But then before that question, we need to know who Kun Thaksin is going to nominate as Prime Minister. And that will
That's the priority question.
Right. And that will really start up the election campaign. Otherwise, you have Kun Apisit, talking about his own party, and Pheu Thai speaking about their own policy without us knowing, what the big difference is between the two big parties. Well, it's between Kun Ming Kwan, Kun Ying Lak, or somebody else. I don't think it would be that difficult to guess that only 2 or 3 candidates in Pheu Thai party.
Either Kun Ying Lak or Kun Ming Kwan.
Yes, so either of them will become a very, very interesting and exciting candidate. And I hope one of them will debate Kun Apisit.